All right, let's come back home and head straight to the Hilton Hotel, where the National Cohesion and Integration Commission is currently launching or releasing its election monitoring tools ahead of the general election. Remember, this is the team that is meant to monitor hate speech and comments that are meant to whip up emotions among the masses during the campaign period, the electioneering period, and even after the elections. And from that particular election program, they're now releasing the tools that, or launching the tools that they will be using, the tools that their teams will be using in that particular in this particular electioneering period. Let's cross over there to Hilton Hotel here in Nairobi and listen in.
A prosecution team comprising 105 special prosecutors who will undertake to prosecute electoral, hate speech and incitement to violence cases during this electioneering period. The prosecutors have been intensely trained and sensitized on the electoral laws and the NCIC Act and the handling of digital and electronic evidence. To coordinate the activities of the prosecution team and to collaborate with the investigative agencies during this period, the ODPP has established a rapid response secretariat at the headquarters who are working day and night to ensure that the perpetrators of electoral violence and hate speech and incitement cases are dealt with accordingly. During the recent party primaries, we filed 31 election offenses involving 62 individuals. These include an aspiring governor, a sitting MCAs, and an MP, among others. We have been relying heavily on the media in getting evidence on hate speech and incitement cases due to lack of monitors and gadgets. Ladies and gentlemen, with the launch of the monitors, we expect that the quality of investigations and prosecutions will improve, resulting into more convictions and having thereby a deterrent effect. As the investigators embark on the use of the monitoring gadgets, we urge them to ensure that the steps as prescribed by law in securing the electronic evidence and adducing the same in court are followed. The ODPP is collaborating with all agencies involved in the electoral process to ensure that the elections are free and fair. In this regard, the DPP has developed a quick reference guide on electoral and related offenses, standard operating procedures for investigators and prosecutors, and sample charge sheets on electoral and related offenses. The DPP has embarked on the process of sensitizing investigators and prosecutors, and this forum is one of them. And the fight against hate speech and incitement to violence cannot be won by one agency alone. The DPP is a member of a tripartite committee comprising the NCIC, the DCI, and the DPP himself. And to this end, the DPP assures all stakeholders of his commitment to working together to ensure that the people of Kenya exercise their democratic rights in a free, secure, and peaceful environment. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to wish you fruitful deliberations and commit that the DPP shall cooperate fully to ensure that hate speech and incitement to violence cases are heard and that the perpetrators are dealt with according to the law. Thank you for listening to me.
Mr. Kemo, thank you for your remarks. On behalf of the DPP, Mr. Tobiko, who was not able to join us this morning. Now today, the training, of course, will involve 190 officers who will be trained on monitoring, investigation, collection, and preservation of evidence while out on the campaign trail with various politicians who will be making their case to the electorate. And one very important actor is about to speak to us, the Director of Criminal Investigation, Mr. Ndegwa Muhoro, to let us know about what the CID is doing. Mr. Muhoro.
Yeah, thank you so much, Victoria. The chairman of NCIC, the Vice Chair of NCIC, the CEO of NCIC, Commissioners of NCIC, staff from IEBC who are present. The Chair has just left. The representative of ODPP, Mr. Kemu, the representative of Registrar of Political Parties, officers from the National Police Service, and I believe they make the bulk of those who will be trained today, members of the fourth estate, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me, and before I proceed, I want to just pass apologies for the IG. It's not that he didn't see the importance of being here, but he has gone on another national duty out of the city with the two DIGs. They are somewhere in central region, but he's with us very much, and I'm standing here ably representing him. I feel quite gratified by what the launch that is going to happen today. That is the election monitoring program, which is very critical to what we be seeing from beginning 20th when the campaign proper begins. Of course, we have seen campaign happening around, but what we've been told is that they're popularizing parties and the candidates. But election proper kicks in on the 28th, that is Sunday. The importance of this training, access to the police and the entire country, will empower our officers, number one, to understand and internalize the relevant laws. And speaking to the whole idea of investigations and monitoring becomes very critical in terms of how we proceed. And we are urging our officers to apply the law impartially and effectively. And this particular session is just dovetails a conference that we just concluded on Wednesday, the Inspector General Conference, which brought together the regional coordinators from the 8 regions, the county commanders, that is KPS, APS, and DCI. And it was all about ensuring secure, safe, and free election 2017. And that's not the first meeting that we have done. And the preparation towards elections started as far back as June last year in terms of reviewing performance previously, 2007, 2013, and developing national plan on how to police the 2017 national general elections. Last year, we had a conference in December. Again, we wanted to see how prepared we were in providing security at every stage that heads towards the election period. The voter registration, the party primaries that were just concluded. And pursuant to that, the party primaries that were conducted, we had this meeting that happened on Wednesday. And the emphasis, again, was to look at what worked in terms of the policing the party primaries and what didn't work. By and large, we can say, and we've picked it from other quarters, the performance of the police was something to be commended. And we are looking at what we need to do going forward. Of course, the dynamics, the landscape has changed. In our meeting conference in December, we were having done a mapping, having done a threat analysis. We identified some flashpoints, and our officers were sensitized to them. And of course, the national plan was cascaded out to the county levels, where each and every county was required to come up with their own county-specific plans to police